Peace, family. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button if you in here. And this gonna be like a quick update, y'all. To be honest, it's not gonna be nothing too major to begin with. Okay, I really just wanted to update y'all in terms of like what's going on. Okay, concerning like the website. Justin Glass, welcome to the live. Say blessings for Charlie Kirk and having blessings for his family on the earth and inheritance in the kingdom of God. The pot has been stirred. All praise and glory to the Most High, most definitely. Okay, send condolences to whoever family that is. But y'all do me a favor. If my audio was great, drop a heart in the comment section if you can hear me. Because I really just came on here, like I said, to really give y'all an update specifically to those of you who have taken the liberty of subscribing to the website. Okay, the website is up and running. For those of you who have subscribed to the website, you can expect videos as well as lives to be up there every Thursday, okay? We will be doing a live, so you need to be checking your email. Check your email. It's going to notify you when we go live over here, y'all. And I do want to say this, y'all. This is going to be a powerful community. If you ain't over there already, get over there. This is something you don't want to miss. You can't be in here talking about how it is you want to identify what it is that you're going through, how it is you want to try to overcome whatever it is that you're going through, but you ain't willing to pay the price. Yeah, it costs. And believe me when I say this is a minor price to pay, $33 a month. Get over to the website. Book now, okay? The link is in the description box, y'all, and it'll take you over there. For those of you who have already come over there, pay attention to your email. Now, for those of you who subscribed and you haven't had the chance to resubscribe yet, I will be giving you like a 50% off, okay? And this is because we didn't do anything last month, but we're about to get ready to take off, okay? As a matter of fact, I do have a lecture that I was supposed to do over there tonight pertaining to what gangstalking is, but we'll just do it Tuesday because I know a lot of people was waiting. Greetings to you too, Rocky B. And while we on here, y'all, if y'all won't, go ahead and ask a few questions. You can ask a few questions as well. Rocky B. Dixon's greetings to you as well. Okay? So, yeah, like I said, go over to the website, y'all. It's going to be worth it for you to get to this information. Believe me when I say I'm somebody who is speaking from experience. I don't know how many of you actually follow me on my other platforms, but I speak about this all the time. I've been speaking about it for years. I'm somebody that's went through it myself. A lot of y'all know me for being over here reading tarot, and that's cool. But I do have a backstory. I have a story as to how it is that I came to this point, how I got connected, how I got my gifts, the things that I went through based on the people that I had around me. You see, I just didn't get here overnight. Rocky B. Dixon say divine protection and blessings sent your way. Thanks. Okay. So I did want to come over there and let y'all know. And like I say, it's $33 a month, but you do get perks, y'all, because it's tools over there that you're going to be able to use. And once you do subscribe to the tier, you're going to get about 10 to 15% off of those tools, okay? You get to contact me once a month. I've said this already. This is valuable information specifically for those of you who are just prey to the wolves in sheep clothing out here that want to come up to you and sway you in another direction. Yeah. Believe me when I say it's going to take you a lifetime to get this information because ain't nobody going to give it to you. That's big facts. And I can guarantee you it's going to cost you more time, money, and pain to get it than that, okay? So like I said, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and ask some questions right now. Okay? I don't really go live too much. If you have some questions, go ahead and ask some questions. Because this is something that I've been doing. And I'm talking to people like, to be honest with y'all, man, the people that I'm trying to reach out to are the ones who are extremely gangstalked. The ones who are under extreme spiritual warfare. The ones who are seriously being attacked. Now, I know a lot of y'all are being attacked, y'all, but in my opinion, it's a lot of people in this community that are not being attacked no further than the slander, like having their names dragged, so on and so forth. Then you have that selective group of people that are actually being gang stalked in their communities, outside of their apartments, at their jobs, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? And so These are the ones that I'm specifically reaching out to. I'm trying to empower you and show you how it is that you make it through this situation with your sanity. I want to give you the skills and the techniques that you need in order to survive this thing. But see, the question is, are you willing to pay the price? That's period. $33 a month, I feel like it's not a lot for y'all to pay. Like, come on. Thank you, Sonia Doja. Sonia Doja say, I like listening to your messages. I appreciate it. Rocky B. Dixon say, divine protection and blessings. I appreciate it. I appreciate you too, Tamika, saying you greatly appreciate it. Tomiko, I apologize if that's not the right name. She say, he or she says, I think I'm gangstalk. It's a great potential that you could. And if you want to look into that from a personal perspective, go to the website, book either a consultation with me or book a reading with me, and we'll get down to the nitty gritty of that, okay? And if you want to learn about that to empower yourself moving forward, so you won't have to book consultations, and if you do book a consultation, you will know how to directly deal with it yourself, go over. Book to the Enlightened Path subscription, y'all, over there on the website. I'm telling you, it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be well worth it. Now, this is a work in progress. I got a lot more that I'm going to be doing when it comes to this situation, so the community is kind of small right now, y'all. But like I say, I really just want the ones who are really tired and they sick and tired of being tired. They know exactly what it is that they want to do and they willing to do what it takes. You know, I'm talking to the ones who tired of waiting around. You know, you've been through it enough. You ain't finna wait for nobody else to come along and save you when you know that you can step in and help yourself along this journey. See, the issue is that a lot of y'all have gotten comfortable with sitting in the house, being isolated because you think, because everybody else is telling you that you should be isolated and unhappy. You should be single because you chosen. Nah, that ain't what it's supposed to be. You're a chosen one and you have an abundant energy. That means you're abundant when it comes to finances, when it comes to love, when it comes to family, when it comes to health. You're abundant in all directions. You see what I'm saying? And you can't be abundant when it comes to family and friends if you sitting in the house. The enemy done tricked you. It's time for you to take your power back, family. That's what we talking about right now. If you somebody that's sick and tired of being sick and tired and you know you can't take no more, get over there and get the information. This is going to be more than just a little community, y'all. This is going to be a family. Like I said, it's a work in progress. And if you want to start from the beginning with us, get over there. Like, you know, what I'm going to tell y'all, and I can't even sit here and criticize y'all, to be honest, because I know myself, I'm guilty of these same things myself, y'all. It was times where I would sit around and be like, man, do I really want to do this? I'm talking about going through it, y'all. 4-5 years being gangstalked, running around trying to figure out what's going on. Do I want to get to reading? I got everybody else around me telling me stay away from the reading. It's you know, it's dangerous and it's demonic and all that. Yet still, my ancestors is pulling me to the reading way before this came along. And now that I'm on my spiritual journey, they taking me right back to all of that information, y'all. Taking me right back. Like, oh, remember when this happened? Yeah, that was the spiritual warfare in your life. You see, we had to wake you up through the attacks that was happening to you, okay? To let you know what was already happening, to make you aware of what was already happening to you before this even started taking place right here. This most powerful impact, because you was dead asleep. That's why I say I got a journey. I just didn't get here, y'all. Y'all need to get over there, subscribe. Somebody say, what is the first intuitive feeling you get when you meet someone in the 3D that lets you know they're a gangstalker? Man, look, it's a sense of nervousness. That's what you're going to get. And you want to know why you're going to get that sense of nervousness? Because your energy is going to be off. Their energy is going to be off. And because you're an empath, because most people who are chosen ones are empath, you're going to feel that energy. You're going to take on all that energy, and your spirit is going to tell you, because the warning always comes before the destruction. That's going to be your spirit telling you, like, it's time to get up out of here. This person ain't right. You need to do what you need to do, say what you need to say, and keep it moving. That's going to be the first sign. That is the first sign. But it gets deeper than that, y'all, when it comes to gangstalking. You have to understand, gangstalking is done from many different levels. First of all, it's done from a community standpoint. okay? Where you're going to have a group of people inside of that community that's going to be assigned to gang stalk you morning, day, or night. When you walk out the house, they're going to circle you like sharks. They're going to follow you to the store. They're going to be in your house when you ain't there. But that's something that we already know. We need to dive into this from a spiritual perspective to see why it is that they do these tactics to begin with, how it breaks you down, how it tears into your energy, because this is all energy, energetic thing, okay? See, they want everybody to think you crazy because, see, that's called an insult. Basically, that's how they insult your character. That's how they get people to look at you and dismiss everything you say by calling you crazy, okay? That's small, though, okay? Somebody say, can you feel if I'm being gang stalked? Can I feel if you're being gang stalked? No. You're the only one who can feel if you're being gang stalked. I'm not in your presence, but if you allow me to dive into your energy, I will be able to see what's happening around you, you know? And if you come into my frequency, because I'm more than just, okay, so let me just introduce myself to those of you over here, because, see, a lot of y'all don't know, I have a larger following on Facebook, okay? On Facebook, I almost have like over 800,000 followers on one of my platforms called I Am Awakened. I have another platform called Spirit Speaks, where I have over 100,000 followers over there. I have another platform where I'm building on Facebook by the name of the Spiritual Dojo, and I have another one that's on YouTube by the name of the Spiritual Dojo as well, that I'm currently building, that's going to surround the website, okay? So for those of you who are too financially unstable to subscribe to the website, if you that down, you will be able to catch me over there every so often on YouTube. You'll be able to catch videos over there and everything. Jessica Chanel, thanks for the $4, okay? But I started off over there because I was going through a spiritual situation. Okay? So I was over there teaching first. The Most High had called me, and my spiritual team had called me to be a teacher. Well, while I was over there, okay, and look, I want to rewind it a little bit, okay? I had went through the awakening process. I went through the gang stalking, so on and so forth. I went through the dark nights of the soul, many dark nights of the soul. I went through being poisoned. I went through, you know, a lot of things, you know, demonic entities being in my home, you know, many things that it's so many stories, man, that I could just sit back and tell y'all pertaining to what it is that I've been through and how it is that I actually get to this point. But in a nutshell, while I was teaching, I went through a dark night of the soul, I want to say maybe a couple years ago, that pushed me more toward tarot, okay? Because my ancestors came to me. That's why I always tell people, if you're chosen, your ancestors will come to you and let you know that you're chosen and what your lineage consists of, okay? And for some of y'all, they will do that by way of shaking things up in your world. Because when it comes to the chosen ones, the earth angels, starseeds, like I said, you're an empath. So you're very empathetic when it comes to other people. You're very loving, caring, giving, okay? And you will find yourself staying in a dangerous situation to where you could be potentially unalive unless spirit steps in and shakes shit up. And see, because you're chosen, this is why the Most High does that. Okay? This is why the Most High and your spiritual team jump in. See, you ain't just anybody. It's a lot of people that went through this before you, collective. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? They went through this before you. They didn't make it. See, because they didn't have that energy, that king spirit, the spirit of discernment that they needed to be able to feel the situation. They don't have any spiritual team. They don't have a divine destiny as well, okay? And see, the Most High, when it came to you, they say, hey, look, you got something bigger planned for you, or I have something bigger planned for you. So let me go ahead and get you out of this direction. See, I'm gonna allow you to go through everything as a test for the testimony to follow afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody say, I'm going to get signed up. Just give me a little bit because I went through the same thing you talking about and still is. That's big facts. Don't think that I'm sitting here and I'm not subject to this anymore. I still go through it. I just learned how to deal with it. Julie Ramos say, hey, homie. What's going on with you, Julie? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Have you gotten over to the website, Julie? Get over to the website. we're going to act a fool over here. And look, that's another thing I do want to say. This ain't going to all be about spirituality like Julie. Julie been following me for a long time. So we're going to dig into a lot more than spirituality. We got to get into history too, y'all. History plays a role in what it is that you're going through. So on the website, I'm going to be inviting a lot of people over to do podcasts. You know, this is going to be exclusive content that you're going to be able to get. That's going to be able to touch on these subjects. People who have been doing this for a long time, that's going to be able to give you information way beyond my understanding in terms of how it is that you can protect yourself, what it is that's going on. If you think I'm experienced, imagine the OGs that's been in the game for a long time. You're going to have access to these people by way of an interview, live interviews and things like that by getting, signed up to this platform, or just you will have access to whatever interview that they got going on, or, y'all know what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, like, it's going to be more than just teaching. I ain't the only one going to be teaching. I'm going to invite some of y'all up on the platform as well over there, because this is a community. We need to get to know one another. I mean, each other. Somebody trying to mix my words up, y'all. That's what I mean when I tell y'all, like, projection. Somebody don't want me to be able to speak clearly, to get my message across. Somebody wants my words stumble up. But see, if you're not spiritually connected, you will never notice these type of things. You would think that you're just tongue-tied. Okay? And that's another thing we're going to do. So I'm telling you that if you come as you are. I'm not telling you to come over there and trying to be this holy person. Be who you are. This is a spiritual community. This is not a religious community. But I am asking you, if you're going to drink and you know you're going to drink and listen to what's going on and you're going to smoke, please don't do it 10 minutes after. Okay? Do it 10 minutes after, because for the first 10 to 30 minutes, we're going to be in there. We're going to meditate. At least 10 minutes. Meditation is important. I want you to see how much it's going to strengthen you. How much more aware you're going to become via meditation, from just meditating with me twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. Watch how strong you become spiritually. Watch how more aware you become. Get over there, y'all. I'm talking about, this is going to be big. It's going to hit different. Somebody say, Thurman say, I'm going to get signed up. Just, okay. Somebody say, that's me. Say, my name is Melissa. Okay, Melissa, get over there and get signed up, Melissa. Hey, Crystal. Somebody say, that's how they be doing. That's crazy. That's big fact. A spirit is doing it. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, a spirit could do it as well. This is what I want y'all to know. Like, when we get into certain practitioners, what they do is they assign certain spirits to you. Now, some of these practitioners have these spirits in their home. They have them in cauldrons in their own homes. Some of these are deities, and some of these are just spirits that came before them, that don't acknowledge themselves as being like, anything under God. They acknowledge themselves as being supreme beings, and they wanted to be put into those cauldrons in order to help these practitioners do that work. You see what I'm saying? And, some of these practitioners are very moral. Don't get it twisted. They won't take that type of work. But you do have ones that's very unjust, very greedy, and they seek to become wealthy from this, and they'll take it. They don't care the backlash. They'll take the chance. You see what I'm saying? And so it was something that I was just finna say. I forgot. That's what I mean. Somebody trying to throw me off. Y'all see what I'm saying? Somebody had asked me a question. Somebody trying to throw me off. But yeah, y'all, this is what goes on behind the scenes, y'all. Like, it's deeper than what you is. Like I say, projection, energy projection. People project things because they don't want this information coming out. It's detrimental that this information don't come out. Then you have certain people in the community that's in competition. But I will say this, y'all, gangstalking is one of the first things that we need to know. We need to start from the start. We need to understand why it is that they do it, okay? Because it's more than just, like, some of y'all, they ain't even trying to, they're not really trying to hurt you, okay? But let me see. Somebody say my sister is trying to take my destiny. That could be possible, Jamie. Julie. I'm surprised you ain't came and got no reading, but you can protect your destiny and you're protected. But see, you can't allow yourself to soak in that fear as well. Fear is a low vibrational frequency. Therefore, whatever it is that they're doing, they have a better chance at doing it because you're in this energy of being afraid. Not to mention they already got you isolated and you're not doing whatever it is that you should be doing, okay? Somebody could want a business life that you have coming. Somebody could want a love life that you have coming. Your ass stuck in the house. You ain't getting out. You ain't doing nothing because you afraid. You don't understand that that's energy that's sitting on you. You don't understand energy. You don't understand how energy works. And the reason why is because they told you that magic wasn't real and it only happened on Disney World. So when you having a slight headache or something like that, you chuck that up to being something as natural. And in some cases, it just may well be. But if your ass choking up pain pills and your headache ain't went away, it's bigger than a goddamn natural headache that you done got. Okay? At this point, we got to start waking up. You know, this is when spiritual warfare come in. You sitting around trying to pray it off when the Bible clearly tells you that prayer without works is dead. You ain't putting the work in behind it, but you praying and thinking that the Most High finna step in. It's 1,000 more motherfuckers around you praying too. Collective? You hear me? It's 1,000 more. Y'all better, this is what I'm telling you, man. Stop playing around with your own life and your own happiness. Do you want to live here as a slave, or do you want to empower yourself and take your power back enough to where you can start to empower those around you and give them a chance to take their power back? The majority of you are being called to this position. You don't even see it. You being called to this position and you don't even see it. And see, you got demonic family members, demonic friends, demonic co-workers, demonic spouses, all sitting around. They know it. They done dug into your goddamn history and they all want a piece of that. Somebody want that nice ass house you supposed to have, that loving relationship that you supposed to have. You see what I'm saying? And they got you isolated and afraid to talk to anybody. Believe me, I know. I was afraid to eat. I was afraid to drink. You might as well call me Jesus. I promise you my name might as well been Jesus. I went 40 days, 40 nights, no water, y'all. But I'm going to tell you something else. Within that period of time, that was the closest I ever got to the Most High. 30 days, 30 nights. 40 days, 40 nights. No water. Under spiritual warfare. The closest I ever got to the Most High. Learned how to meditate in that period and everything. Was suffering a lot of anxiety. It wasn't until I started to go on my path and the Spirit started to teach me that, look, the anxiety that you're suffering is because someone is trying to slip into your energy. Your body is trying to tell you that somebody is playing in your energy by way of the anxiety that you're getting, and you don't even know it because you ain't tapped in. And so this is when we get into biblical context, and it tells us what? My people shall perish due to their lack of knowledge. Yeah. Your knowledge, because you ain't willing to get up and do what it is, but you will go get that liquor. You will go smoke that blunt. You going to get that pack of cigarettes. You hear what I'm saying? And I know this may not go for everybody else. Some of y'all may not be walking that path only because you've been forced not to walk that path. But had you not been here, going to get you a KD every Friday, turning up, that's you. You wouldn't miss out on that. $35, and you need that when you ain't turning up 3, 4, 5 times a week. Some of y'all going to get y'all zones. But here it is, your mentality, your mental health, your physical health. All of this is in danger, and you won't step up for yourself to be able to invest in you, to get the knowledge that you need in order to save yourself a lifetime of trouble. It's time for you to sit down with you. And see, the problem is that the majority of the people that I'm talking to right now, even the ones that's going to see this later, is you've gotten comfortable. You've gotten comfortable with being afraid. You've gotten comfortable with being isolated. You've gotten comfortable with with not having intimate partners, without having friends. Because when we get into intimacy, we have to understand that intimacy it's all about intimacy, okay? So you don't have other people around you that you could have that intimate connection with, that really sees into you and knows you for who it is that you are, because you've been afraid and you fell into what it is that the enemy wanted you to fall into, man. Wake up now. Let's go. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, man. Julie Ramos say, ain't nobody going to hold me down. That's what I want to hear. Somebody say, I thought you had a Santa hat on. Nah, man, that ain't me. That ain't what I'm doing. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, look, it's time to wake up and take your power back, man. The enemy going to do what you allowed them to do. And see, right now they got their foot on the collective neck. I'm going to keep it real. They got their foot on the collective neck right now. And it's time for you to step up and do something about that, family. But yeah, like I said, if you do have any questions, and do me a favor, I got y'all in here. There's 84 people in here. Pound the like button up. I guarantee you ain't got to pay nothing for the like button. It's free. And it's a lot of other people that want to hear this message, that need to hear this message, and that's willing to do what they have to do in order to overcome their situation. So if you could just pound that like button up, even if you ain't ready to cross that line yet, aid and assist me in pounding that like button up. I appreciate it, and thank you in advance, man. Somebody say 100%. I've been doing it for a few years now. Divine say, but I've also been through spiritual warfare and intimidation tactics, local corrupt official. Okay. Believe me, as a chosen one, we all go through it. See, here's the thing. We all on the same timeline, but we just on different parts of that timeline. Some of us are further along than others. Some of us are just getting started, you know. And it's all about when it is that you were actually chosen to wake up before you came over here. Because whether you want to believe it or not, this is all nothing more than a lesson. A lot of these people that you are encountering right now, you've already encountered them in past lifetimes. You've encountered them in spirit. Y'all signed contracts before y'all came over here in order for this thing to take place the way that it's taking place, because you need this. You need this in order for your soul to grow. The same way Satan is necessary on this plane of planet, the same way God is necessary. Why? Because without adversary, you will never evolve. So you set yourself up in a way for you to evolve so that you can learn the balance between things. That's duality, and that's universal law, y'all. Okay? That's universal law. Understand what I'm trying to tell you. So I'm telling y'all, man, it get real. Somebody say I did not pay enough attention to this. You are cute, beautiful, sexy, gorgeous man, and good vibes. Thank you, Impractic Aura, Argentina. I appreciate it. Madrudy Radio with Pimp C's Pixel Go say that spiritual warfare ain't no joke. Stay up and protect it. That's big facts. It's not. It's not a joke, y'all. And see, the fact of the matter is, man, the collective really don't be doing shit. You know, it's people that's still stuck in that. Like, I'm going to say you could have did something years ago, but most of the time it's majority somebody that wants to control a situation or just be in control in general, okay? Chosen One Raz say, you show right. I don't talk much. I don't talk much. You feel me? And see, I'm going to tell y'all something else. If you have gotten a reading from me, I've told you this. You got to get outside. You have to get outside. Okay, why is this? Because you're getting too comfortable with being in the house, and then you coming and watching me or you watching any other reader, and they're revealing things to you, and you sitting around asking yourself, why ain't shit going on? But the Most High is telling you through a reading saying, get up and go check and see what the fuck happened. Just call these people and see how you doing. Or ask a silly question to see if you can get, you feel what I'm saying? But you afraid. You ain't even went outside to bump into nobody for them to even give you some information on mistakes. So therefore, your breakthrough and your revealing is not happening because you stuck in the house. And it's because you have to learn, you got to take your power back. And see, the only way you're going to take your power back is to become aware of how these things happen, why it's happening, and how it is that you can deal with it moving forward. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody say the awakened movement versus the woke illusion. Okay, the woke. What do you mean by that? Imperfect Argentina. Julie said absolutely. I woke up a while back. You know that's big facts, Julie. Say imperfect, energetic, work, kitchen. Okay. Divine control say still abundant energy. The Venus say facts are facts. Thanks. Yeah, that's big facts. I ground myself. I know I'm being gangstalked. Yeah, Divine One, I believe you, Warrior. You are being gangstalked. But I can guarantee you a lot of the energy that you feel when it comes to you being gangstalked is residual energy that's lingering around from the last time that you were attacked. You could have been attacked months ago. Okay? When I say months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, but see, your ass ain't cleansing. Because you don't see no, and I don't mean to say it in a rude way, but I'm just a straightforward person when I talk to people. That's how I am. You see what I'm saying? You're not cleansing. Because see, the majority of people see no necessity in cleansing. They see no importance. They're like, man, this shit just some salt. This is just some herbs. This is a mixture of herbs. You don't really understand the power and how this like coincides with spirit and how it can be used to cleanse you. You don't understand how these things work, so you don't see the power in it. So therefore, you ain't putting that in your schedule every week to cleanse or every month while you under spiritual warfare, and you still dealing with some shit that done happened months ago. You still got shit on your shoulders, on your weight that you got to release. Go sign up. What are you waiting for? This is my question. Y'all do me a favor, man. And if you coming in, man, if this your first time, pound the like button up. But I'm just saying, like, we gonna really get to the situation. Somebody say, I've been stalked. Family not believing me. I isolated. And dad passed. I believe he left something he told me in a dream. Oh yeah, if he came to you in a dream, oftentimes spirits will manifest themselves in a dream. Mobile mechanic, they will manifest themselves in a dream, and you have to be careful with that because you put that into the ethers and somebody will find it out. They'll astral project to get that bit of information. But yeah, I actually had that happen to me too, where my grandfather manifested to himself to me in a dream, and he was showing me something, gave me a warning sign as well. Okay, so spirits will manifest themselves, and see, for a lot of y'all who don't know who I am a psychic medium as well. Those gifts are slowly developing, but outside of this, even in the community that I stay in, I bring messages through as I walk through the community. So my gifts are evolving. For those people who have actually gotten readings from me and family members have come through, they know I ain't playing when I say that, okay? But in general, spirits will come through. They'll come through you in a dream because you have to understand that you're actually a spirit. So when you sleep, that's just a step away from death. Your body is in a state of coma when you sleep, okay? The only thing is, it's just a cord that connects you and your spiritual body that keeps them two linked. So while you sleep, you traveling through the astrals to begin with. You going home because you're a spiritual being, okay? You're not the flesh to begin with. You have to realize that, okay? Somebody say, read up on spiritual properties of the herbs and understanding the medicine of knowledge and helps your that'll most definitely help, Davina. Say, so I mean, Ken Banks say, thank you, keep going. That's big fact. Say, you mean, I think your name is what? Some Virgin Aries 3. I apologize if I pronounce it wrong. You say, so you mean to tell me a new cycle has started and I've been in the house? It could possibly be, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I don't know you. I haven't talked to you. I haven't gotten a reading done. You haven't gotten a reading done at all, right? But I can't tell you. So I always advise people when they come get a reading from me to get a spiritual bath. And I have them on my website. Okay? You want to get a spiritual bath because you could still be dealing with energy that's sitting on you from the last time that someone attacked you because you don't understand energy and how it works or how it can affect you. You know nothing about the aura field. You don't know, see, when we get into like modern day spirituality, you see the people wearing crystals, but they don't know what crystals to actually wear in the midst of a spiritual warfare. They don't know how to actually really activate those crystals to protect them, to let them know when somebody... See, I'm going to tell you something, man. A year ago, man, I had some demonic energy sent over my house, okay? And at this point, this is when I really found that. This is the second time I really found out, y'all, that crystals really do work, okay? And they really will absorb energy to let you know. And I'm going to give y'all a blink of what it is that I was going through. At the time, I was sitting in my office at a house that I had. I had a 4-bedroom house, 3 living rooms, 3 bathrooms, nice home. And this is from what God had blessed me with, okay? Based on the gift that I gave, and and not even that, y'all. I'm a chosen one. I'm really a star seed. I'm an astral projector and everything. But that's a whole nother story. Okay, I'm tapped in for real. And so, as I was going through the spiritual warfare in my room, in my office, I had crystals in there that I was selling at the time. Okay, and I'm like, man, let me go get my crystals. I'm running toward my crystals, and as I go grab the crystals, I'm picking them up. They breaking in my hand. They breaking off of my wrist. You see what I'm saying? And that's a signification that not only did I have an entity and or a spirit in my home that was trying to attack me, but those crystals was taking a hit at the time. You see what I'm saying? So crystals are real. Like, people wear them in the community, but they wear them for fashion. They want you to think that they spiritual, when in all actuality, they're not really spiritual. They just have the crystals on. They haven't properly activated them. They haven't now I ain't speaking for everybody. Don't get it twisted. You see? Some people actually know exactly what it is that they're doing because they were called to this by way of like, you know, whatever it is that they've been through. Virginia say, and it's a cycle close. It could be. Everybody are on different timelines. Somebody say, I'm the one you read up on. That's in the online Reddit. Okay, you gotta come over. Like, this is why I tell you, like, if you stating this based off of a reading that we did on the collective, you might have to come get like a deeper reading to dig into that. Okay. Somebody say, or chest pain and scratches on you when you woke up make you open your eyes. That's big fact, Shantae Brown. Shantae, ain't you the one who ordered the package from me, Shantae? I'm trying to think. Is that you? Because I think you're the only one who did not get your package. Everybody else got their package. But that's because they don't order to the address that you actually sent it to. Okay? Well, P.O. boxes. So if you would have provided another one, you would have got it. I do apologize for that, though. How do you do spiritual what? Do you mean baths? Sandra, Keeney? Man, look, let me tell you something. When it comes to spiritual bath, man, and I will say this, man, spiritual baths is not the only way to cleanse yourself, first and foremost. Do I tell y'all, get over to the website. Spiritual baths is not the only way to cleanse yourself, but I could tell you how to do a spiritual bath based on a specific situation. But pertaining to, it depends on what it is that you're doing and what the spiritual bath for and how detrimental the situation is. Okay? That's what it is. Say, our chest pain and scratches on you when you wake up makes you open your eyes. That's a big fact. Say, thank you. My spiritual bath crystals candles arrived even after 2 decades of owning my own apocryphy. I was unaware of the other benefits of the very same herbal hygiene. Thank you, Mahat. Because she ordered some as well. So I'm one of the actual collective. I believe you. If you in here, you could be a collective unless you cross-watching. I'm not saying that you aren't a part of the collective. But I'm just telling you, man, if you allowing yourself to get your ass whooped, what's the point? If you're allowing yourself to get your ass whooped, what is the point? The Most High is calling you. Right now, this is a test for the testimony. Trials and tribulations. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? So I'm telling y'all to get over there, you know. Point blank, period. And if you already over there and you subscribe, make sure you get over there to the website. Ain't no need of you paying $33 a month and don't be paying attention to your shit. I would rather you can have your money. Shit, if you don't want to come to the classes, the fuck? You can have your money. You know, I want you to get the information. I'm really here to help you. That's big facts. Somebody, look, if y'all got give me some questions, man. Out of California, it's your job every day to read up on a part of my story. That's big facts. I could believe it. But if y'all got any questions, man, that you want to know spiritually, but like I told whoever that was who asked about the baths, it's plenty baths that you could do, but it depends on, like, the majority of you who go through Facebook and y'all get those type of baths, that's cool too. You know, I mean, they get rid of, they do help in certain situations. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to keep it real with you. Facebook and YouTube, them baths ain't going to help your ass when it comes to something heavy. I'm going to keep it real. Believe me, I know. I done ran to them. When it comes to something heavy and you trying to cleanse, and I'm going to tell you the problem with the majority of y'all is, right, is that you cleanse once and you think it's over with. Technically, it's going to be sometimes where your ass going to have to cleanse 7 days in a row. You might have to do it 2 weeks in a row. You might have to do it every motherfucking day of the week, depending on how eager this person is and how adamant they are about attacking you. You see what I'm saying? Depending on what type of buying connections and things like that they have on you. You see what I'm saying? When we talk about, like, and make no mistake, we talking about occultic activity. Okay? So when I talk about the occult, I'm telling y'all, man, it's some sharp, it's some cold, man. Look, when I say cold people in this occultic world, there are cold people in this occultic world, and they know what they're doing. Some of these people have made like, and see, that's why I tell y'all get over there, because you have to understand a lot of these cults are already attached to deities. So when they go into these cults, they give alliances to these deities, make vows and things like that to these deities already. Some of these people are actually selling their souls, man, to be doing what they're doing right now. That's why I told y'all it's a lot of like dark shit to take place. Shantae say facts. Julie say I ground myself. That's what's up. You can ground yourself, but you have to do definitive work. Devin Warrior say, I know I'm being gang stalked. What you gonna do about it, Devin Warrior? Is you gonna hide in the house or you gonna take your power back? That's the question. Somebody say they don't have much longer to live. No, man. With the power, with the tongue, you speak life and death. Why are you speaking that into existence? You speak life into yourself, not no life. Man, come on now. Somebody say they want us to be their credit plastic cards. Mahat Tahuti say, shame when they could have went on a diet, went to school, doggone to travel to the world, and started at a lovely family, as well. Shaking my head. That's big facts. That's big fact. Some of them do got families, y'all. Some of them doing it to their own families, whether y'all want to believe it or not. And see it get deep. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, some of these people have offered their own family up to be a part of these very same organizations. Some of y'all are targeted right now because some of these people want to be a part of these organizations because they feel like it's going to get them some type of headway. You see what I'm saying? And that's just the fact of the matter. Some of these are actually trying to offer you to a deity because they feel like if they offer you to this deity, then they can get like some type of like overnight success, and whether you believe it or not, in some occasions they can. And so when we talk about that, that's when we get into more of what it is that you see inside of the celebrity world, okay? When you talk about them constantly doing blood sacrifices and things like that, see, they have to constantly do those every so often because of what it is that they signed up for, because they're on a time schedule now. And see, they done conjured up something that was so dark that they got to keep doing this every so often, not only to maintain their own position, but as well as to not have their own life taken. All of these things is real. So I like to tell everybody, especially if you somebody that follow me on other platforms, bro, they want you to believe that this is only happening in the celebrity world, but it's happening really around you as well, okay? But see, they done put them in the highlight. So now they done highlighted these people, So now it's to the point of where you're only paying attention to them and you ain't paying attention to how it's happening in your 360 on an everyday basis, okay? That's big facts. LaRonda Nicholas say, until I get a personal reading from you, I still want to show you gratitude for the help you have given us collective. You have really helped me personally throughout my journey. Oh, thank you, LaRonda. I really do appreciate that. You know, and I want you to know that it's not about the money. You know, you could come over here and just get the message. That's what I'm here for. I was chosen to do this by my team. So I'm going to do it regardless. See, everything else after this is nothing more than the reward. And so that's another thing I want to really break down to y'all, ancestral veneration. We're going to get into the schematics of it all, okay? We're going to get into, like, the elements. We're going to deep dive into the elements and what it is and why it is you do these type of things. You see what I'm saying? We're going to most definitely do it, y'all, okay? So get over there. Because, see, you got to have that connection. You got to have that line of connection to your ancestral team. A lot of y'all ain't got no connection to your ancestors. What they say? Somebody say, child, LOL us. Elevated mind, healer say both sides of my families have targeted me for their status. I believe that. Mahat say facts, the crackbacks all for coins and clout. That's big facts. Say no one there not offering him to the devil. Unique goddess anointed, say same elevated mom and dad. He wants to be the devil. Who is this? My own family tree did nasty things to my family, same last names. Yeah, guess what? Some of your families, man, been doing this forever, y'all. I can't make it up. They've been doing this forever. I can't even make it up. They have deities connected to their bloodlines. This motherfucking deity jumping from body to body to body to body, all to get you because that deity was expecting your ass to come and break the seal. Yeah. See, this is why you going through it. Half the time, your family don't even know what's going on, man. I'll never forget I seen a deity on somebody that I love dearly, y'all. A fairy. At this time, I had no knowledge of what a fairy was. But it's obvious that this person was doing like fairy work. They had some type of connection to fairies. Or they could have been connected to genies. Okay? And this same fairy, they're using this same fairy as by way of astral projection to watch you via dogs and everything else. Understand what I'm trying to tell you? And see, when you have the gift of sight, you're able to see this because the Most High has chosen you to do the job. And he's saying, look, I'm going to reveal this person to you because they targeting you. And this is just another test for your testimony. See, I'm finna put you in great places right now. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? This is what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying, I'm finna get ready to put you in some big rooms. But first of all, you got to get through these minor situations because the rooms I'm finna get ready to put your ass in and the doors I'm about to get ready to open up for you, it's going to be even bigger snakes in those rooms. And if you can't handle this, I know you ain't going to be able to handle that. That's big facts. You feel me? You need God to say, my older brother broke my heart. Man, I could believe it. Look, at this point, I don't even think my heart get broken no more when it comes to this situation. Rhonda Nicholas say, I share you on my Facebook all the time, and I'm sure I'm ruffling a few feathers with the truth you share. Thank you, LaRonda. I apologize. I thank you for that. I appreciate it. Unique Goddess anointed to say this was a younger brother under my older brother. I knew he was cuckoo, wasn't surprised. It be like that sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. Annette Carr say, yes, I'm awakened. Annette Carr say, yes, I'm awakened. Thanks, chosen one. From prayers, go to Charlie Kirk family, amen. Whoever Charlie Kirk family is, man, you know, we send a condolences to them. But happy transition. We have to understand that death is not anything that should be feared. When we get into biblical context, it say death is something that should be celebrated. We forget that we're spiritual first. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, your spirit is turning back to that in which it came. Okay? Unique mind healer say, unique goddess, sorry, sis. The creator got a soul tribe out here meant for us. That's better. That's big fake. Unique goddess anointed say we need to all find each other. It's sad out here. That's big facts. And that's why I say, y'all, when I tell y'all what I'm doing is going to be bigger than just a website, y'all, this is going to be an actual community, man. Like, it's going to be somewhere for the chosen to actually be able to let their hair down. I'm building a safe place. Okay? Around, I can't guarantee that we ain't going to have a few agents in there, y'all, because believe me when I say they going to peek their heads in. I just had somebody try to put a dial on me, okay? Thanks, Julie Romos. So I just say if they doing that, if they'll pay $125 to try to connect to my energy, then what make you think they won't pay that $33 a month to see what it is we talking about, what it is we doing, so on and so forth. But I will say this, the whole intent of this is to build a safe space for the collective. Somewhere we can all go and congregate, you know, for the ones who are not in intimate situations and don't have partners, that can't understand what it is that they going through, for people who can't quite trust their partners because they feel like their partners is plotting on them as well, and they just need somebody to be able to be up under that they know there's going to be, you know, that they can let their head down with. This is why I'm building this community. It don't stop on the net. We going to link. That's what this is all about. Getting amongst one another, congregating. You see what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. You know what? It's all good. It ain't that I caught it. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. It's a dial that's been on me for a minute that I've been lazy trying to get off. So I actually started to do some work to try to get off. But I'm going to put it out there because they already know. And so when I started to get the dial off, taking the workout, I was expecting this. What they did, they only showed their hand, okay? Because that's the pushback that I was looking for. It shows you that what you're doing is working, period. They tried to See, and this is what I want to, because I explained this on my Facebook page. I don't know how many of you actually notice about voodoo dolls and things like that. But majority of the time, they gain links through you via your head, which is your head. You know, they want to control your thoughts via your mind, right? Your hands, your feet, and your heart. Okay? Your palms, your feet, you know, because your chakras. Make no mistake, you have more than just 7 chakras. We're going to be talking about the 7 chakra system as well, y'all. It's chakras all throughout your body, okay? But when they coming for your feet and they trying to attach you through your feet, they're trying to ground through you because your root chakra is connected to your feet. So when they're doing spiritual cords from you and trying to link you to this dial, to this cord, these are the ways that they come. And so if you sever that link, you're going to start to feel them tapping, trying to get back in your energy. And you're going to start to feel shocks in your feet, in your hands. Your head going to start to hurt because they're trying to gain a reconnection. You have to know how to handle that in those times. So yeah, I mean, I ain't really worried about it, y'all, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even worried about that. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. You got to get over there. You got to know these signs. You got to know what's going on. You feel me? When somebody is playing your energy. Say when your own partner's plotting against you, like sleeping with the enemy, it's the hardest pill to swallow. Yeah, but guess what? You got to suck that shit up and keep it moving in practical aura. The name of the game is learning how to move in a room full of snakes. That's the name of this game, y'all. Suck that shit up and keep it moving. Guess what? If you get their ass another opportunity, they're going to do it again. They got a job to do. That's big facts. Nazi AAA say, my head is going nuts. I'm such a headache. I had pins and needles yesterday. I had a massive panic attack coming. Yeah, you know what? That's the tall tale saying, like what you going through right now, Nazi. Get over to the website. Spend that little $33 a month so you can get this information. You mean to tell me you going to go through a lifetime of this bullshit rather than spend $33 a month? You really mean to tell me that, Nazi? Everything that you is experiencing right now is a tall tale sign, and it's a great tall tale sign that somebody could be trying to attack you. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to binding work, you'll know that you're binded because your mind will be in a constant uparray. Okay? Your mind is going to always be in, like, even if you have a moment to just chill, it's like you could be doing the minorest things, but you're going to feel like it's overwhelming. Like, oh, I got all this to do. I got this to do. But the whole time, that's the energy of that bind. Once you start to release that energy and you do certain things, you're going to start to watch your energy go back to that chill mode that it once was at because you're reclaiming that. You know, then you go through a process of calling these things back, so on and so forth. Like, I'm just saying, in general, you're going to watch all of that energy go away. But see, the fact that you're willing to go through this and not pay that money, it says a lot. It says a lot. Truman Young Jr. say, now I know what that means. That has happened to me too. What are you talking about, Truman? You need God to say, let her clear out 2 of my apartments when I moved and left my shoes. Yeah, she could have did some type of like foot track magic. Believe me, I done had plenty of shoes come up missing. And that's another thing I tell y'all all the time, even in the readings. You need to, like, the reason that we're going to meditate twice over there, 10 minutes prior to the reading, 10 minutes prior to the lecture, whatever the case may be, is because I want you to strengthen your awareness. I want you to strengthen your awareness. You need to be aware of when things is coming up in your home missing. It's going to be so valued because, like, I'm telling you, you have to get those things back in the spirit when it comes to uncrossing yourself. But not only, when you start to see little things like me, I'm going to tell y'all, of lately I had all of my head wraps. They've been coming up missing. Okay? I've been having, like, a lot of my left shoes been coming up missing. Okay? Even a deck of my cards came up missing. Rings of mine, wristband, crystal bracelets of mine has been coming up missing. And so that lets me know either one, somebody is trying to cross me. And one thing we have to know is that a voodoo dial is nothing more than a cross condition to begin with. My spiritual team had told me this, been told me this. So when somebody is taking something of yours, they're trying to cross you up. Now, if someone has already binded you using items of yours, now this is why I tell you to get over there. Let's just say they binded you in spirit to something, okay? And they're coming back and they already got that dial. They're trying to use those items to recharge that dial, okay? When we talk about a Tao being linked to you in the spirit, they want these Taos to look exactly like you. So therefore, they're taking my crystals. They want the Tao to have the energy of my crystals that I wear, okay? My rings. If I have ear, they'll put some shit in the ear. If I got hair, they want to put the hair on it. They want my energy signature. They want the Tao to be me, okay? This is what they want. So oftentimes during the full moon phases, you know, especially if that link is becoming weak, you will often see people popping up or, you know, things, and you start to see things coming up missing. That's a tall tale saying that somebody is trying to recharge that Tao using the full moon cycle to get that done, okay? That's big facts. Somebody say, now I know what that means. A letter, okay. Yeah, and then unique goddesses say, anointed say, I let her clear out 2 of my apartments when I moved and my left shoe was missing. And I know she also did graveyard work, but this is the past energy. She recently popped up at my front door trying to bind. Yeah, she was trying to get something else to you. See, and another thing you have to know is she was trying to reconnect to your energy, okay? This is what she was trying to do. See, you probably weren't answering your phone. You had cut her off to the point of where she was trying to get back in your energy. We don't see, when we talk about protecting our energy, it's more than you just not talking to people. You have to completely cut people off because it's like it's bigger than what mainstream people would make you think it is. You have to literally cut people off. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't just be like playing like, so now when you cut them off of your energy, they have no attachment to you. This is why, like I said, see, the main reason the lady called me to begin with is because she was trying to tap into my energy without me being around. She wanted to make sure that it was still connected. Whatever little thread that was left, she was trying to reconnect to it. So she was probably having a hard time getting a reaction from the Tao. You see what I'm saying? At the time. So what she did was she called me. She called me. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay? So that she can have that little connection, that little intimate moment as we talk to connect. To be, you know, connected to my energy. So, say, let her clear out, and then what is it saying? Yeah. That's why I say your shoes and all of that stuff, people do foot track magic and all that, man. Look. And with your left shoe, they trying to stop you from walking in your purpose. Say, unique goddess too. I watched a video today and got much better understanding of it. Yes, you spot on. Thank you, goddess anointed. I know I've been doing this for a while. Imperative, yes, they all are related. This is pathetic. It is pathetic. You're spot on. Thank you, the chosen. Unique goddess anointed say yes. They be blowing you up, boy. Yeah, back to back. That's big facts. That's what they do. They trying to get back connected to your energy. Okay. You don't know what they doing with that Tao. You know, somebody could be ciphering you with a Tao because you talking to their ass on the phone and they connected to you through the phone. And you don't have the knowledge to get it done, to disconnect. You see what I'm saying? Somebody ciphering you. You drain. Your ass running around, boy. You don't know how to condition. Man, I'm telling you. People be knowing what they doing. You be having time. Like if you talking to somebody and you getting tired as you talk to this person, common sense tells you that the motherfucker that you talking to is draining you. Now, when we talk about empaths and energy vampires, y'all, you have to know that sometimes they do it unconsciously. You could be an energy vampire or empath and not even know it. You arguing at home with your spouse. As you arguing, you becoming tired. You supposed to go out kicking with the guys or the you know, the ladies. You ain't making it because after this argument, you're so drained, you don't want to do it. Your energy is low. That person done took all your good energy because you went back and forth with them. It was an energy transformation that took place within that period of time. Yeah, you gave them their energy and they took all of it. Okay? Somebody said they gonna they can stay gone. They probably got multiple dials on us. That's big facts. In practical aura say, aha, I call lady fell into your divine emperor. But you can get rid of that, y'all. The witch fell in love with you. That could be it. Yeah, it is. It is so serious though, unique. Say, those crazy suckers, yeah. But before it left my possession, we had nothing but good luck. I'm still bouncing back slowly, but I'm learning. Say, the warlord child warlocks too. That's a big fact. Yeah. So I just came over to tell you, if you have already subscribed to the channel already, be looking for those notifications. We're gonna do a deep dive, y'all. It ain't gonna be no boring ass class, man. It's gonna be a vibe, y'all. I guarantee we gonna turn up. It's gonna be a vibe over there, but we're gonna get our meditation out the way, man. We're gonna get the frequency right, and we're gonna jump into these lectures, man, and they're gonna be dope lectures. Now, I will say this: all of my lectures ain't gonna always be surrounding spiritual warfare, because there's more that you need to know other than the spiritual warfare that you're going through. You need to go into the back history. You gotta know, how all of these things came about. So we're gonna dive into a lot of shit. Like I told y'all, we most definitely gonna have interviews from people over there that I've been watching for some time now. And I know that they know exactly what they're talking about. Some of these people have been inside of this world for a minute. They've struggled their own spiritual warfare. They have unique ways of getting through it. And they ain't sitting in no motherfucking house. Believe me when I tell you that. They getting out, they traveling, they doing whatever it is that they have to do. They living their lives. Some of these people have children, y'all, and they still living their lives. They're meeting people. This is why I told y'all it's time to take your power back. Why is you sitting in the house? Why are you sitting in the house afraid, y'all? Look, the Most High say, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but one of love, power, and sound mind. I say it all the time because it's a powerful scripture. Okay? And it's a powerful, positive affirmation that you can say out loud on a day-to-day basis. The Most High say, I have not given you the spirit of love. I mean, the spirit of fear, but one of love, power, and sound mind. So therefore, anytime you're operating outside of love, power, and sound mind, that's the spirit of the enemy projecting that on you. They're trying to project their energy onto you. And they do this to lower your frequency so that whatever it is that they're doing can attack you. Now, if you all of a sudden out the blue start to find yourself becoming anxious, yeah, that's spiritual warfare. That's energy that's being projected towards you. Headaches out the blue. You wheezy, you become sick. You don't know why you become sick. You walking down the street. Somebody is chanting over you. They chanting over you. You ain't like, y'all better wake up. Come over to them classes, darling. Child, get to the classes. Get to them classes, y'all. Say, okay, now I got out. Just real. Somebody say, now I got out. Who said that? Say, that's what it is. That's what it's about knowing. That's big fact. Julie Romo say, that's what it is about knowing. That's big facts. As a man, let's say, laugh and wolf spiritual, unique guys. Yeah, say, P. Diddy means pedo patty. It's pedo daddy, interference daddy, pedo. Oh, now I got out just real selective. Coming. Somebody said echoes in their head. What, Julie? Make money from home, ATM. Stop yelling at me, LOL. They have isolated me through the scare tactics, but I've been slowly getting back there. Leonard, do a spiritual bath. You need a spiritual bath. Get over to the website, get the protective bath and the salt bath. Okay? Get the cleansing and the protection bath. Go over there and get them now, man. And then when you do, book a consultation with me so I can show you how to properly use those baths. You need those baths, man. You need those baths. I cannot stress that enough when it comes to this situation. Cleansing is everything. You need to cleanse your space. You need to cleanse yourself. I lack on cleansing sometimes, to tell y'all the truth. But me doing what I'm doing, it's a necessity and it's something that needs to be done more than, anything. Okay? But y'all got to make sure y'all cleansing. Y'all cleanse is important. Like that energy that's sitting on you, Leonard or LaRonda. That could be energy that has been sitting on you for a while and you just ain't got the bath. Believe me, I got people that get baths, then let them sit in their house. Why the fuck you about a bath? Then you steady calling me about your problems and you got the bath and it's sitting on your shelf at the crib. What the fuck? Do it make sense? Like, you really gonna stall yourself out like that and procrastinate your own healing because of whatever fucking reasons you got going on. You feel me? Somebody say every unique God is anointed. Say every time my spirit team say it's time. That's big fact. Somebody say I'm in complete isolation with my sons right now. We had to leave everyone alone. That's what they wanted you to do. Divinity, imagination visuals, but at least you got your son. Sometimes the Most High will put you in isolation. See, what we have to understand about dark nights of the soul. So a dark night of the soul is a situation where you could be isolated by yourself and you're under full hardcore attack, okay? And during that period of time, you're supposed to learn a lesson, if not one lesson, multiple lessons during that period of time that you're under that dark night of the soul. Now, some of these lessons may be tough lessons to learn. You know, sometimes the Most High could be trying to reveal to you who it is that you really have around you right before they begin to elevate you. You could have been praying on something. You wondering why it is that you haven't gotten what it is that you're praying for. And the Most High is saying, look, I can't give you what it is that you're praying for because of the people that you have around you. I know you good, and I know how you is, and I know that you're going to help these people when they don't deserve it. You see what I'm saying? That's big facts. Rhonda Nicholas say, I do spiritual bad, but I think it's me not completing cleansing my entire apartment out of old clothes, shoes. Yeah, that's one of them too. But like I say, you got to go within. You got to get out there, start connecting with nature, which is what we're going to be doing on the website. Connecting with nature, meditating in nature a little bit. You know, you have to get outside and do those type of things. It sounds like it ain't shit, but it's everything. Believe me, when it comes to calming your spirit, re-energizing it, and re-strengthening that spirit, meditation is going to do all of that for you. It's going to do all of that for you. Like, believe me when I tell you. Can you send me the link? I'm going to put the link in the comment section, y'all. I'm going to put the link in the comment section. Give me a sec. Get over there. Like, this information is valuable. It's going to be great information for you, too. That be the problem with the half of the people, you know, and I'm going to keep it real. Like, I understand where y'all coming from because I've been there. Believe me when I say I ran for years trying to tell everybody. And when I say I ran, I mean from state to state, trying to tell everybody that they was attacking me, trying to knock me out, trying to kill me, y'all, and everything. People really did believe I was crazy, and I started to fall into the hands of them. And then my spiritual team pointed me toward the 38 to 48 laws of power. And they started to show me like, man, look, this is the handbook. And so they were like, I want you to teach this. I started to teach the 48 laws of power, okay? And so that's what they do. You know, they like to assassinate your character. That's one of them, you know? And, you know, I started to learn the tactics by way of the 48 law of power of how it is that they will use people around you to assassinate your character. You see what I'm saying? And how it is that they can actually pull these people in by way of giving them an offer that they can't refuse. You see what I'm saying? And then when they pull them in, that same offer that they gave them, they hold it over their head, y'all. So like, and this is what we're going to be teaching. I'm going to show you how these things work, y'all. But like, this is real. All of it is real. Give me a second. I'm going to show y'all something, man. This is what, if you want to sign up for the exclusive content, do it here. Yep, do it here. If you here it is. It's pinned at the top too, y'all. So if you want to get over there, hit that link, go over there, book for the exclusive content, y'all, and let's get to it. Somebody say yes, yes, yes. Calling us crazy is always the number one. Yeah, bully growing up thought. Yeah, because you know what? You know, it's just like Dave Chappelle said when he was saying that they was running around calling Cat Williams crazy. He said that they do that because it's an easy way to have people dismiss what it is that you're saying. But see, when you get into the 48 laws of power, the 48 laws of power says that when somebody starts to say those type of things, the best thing that you can do is be quiet. Because when you be quiet, what begins to happen is that person that's running around trying to make you look some type of way, they begin to look the way that they was trying to make you look, and people begin to start to question them like, why is they doing this to begin with? What's their agenda? They got to be doing everything that they said, because when this person comes around, they're not trying to explain themselves. And see, that's where a lot of people start to look the way that they're being portrayed to look, because they get around people. They actually start to try to explain themselves to these people, so on and so forth. It's cool to say what it is that you have to say, but leave it at that. Other than that, you need to be quiet, and you need to be trying to read the room and everybody that's in the room, because you don't know who playing what, okay? But leave it at that and allow them to go on and say what they're going to say. If you start fucking with a motherfucker and you pulled away from them, that's going to say everything that needs to be said. Whole time, this person running around, running their mouth, saying everything about you. All you got to do is pull away, and everybody going to start to see that person for who it is that they are. Believe me when I say it. It's one of the 48 laws of power, y'all. Okay? Okay. Mr. Young, I think Mr. Young signed up. Thanks for the subscription. Mr. Young. That's big facts. Thanks for the subscription, Mr. Young. Somebody said they were determined to steal my clock. That's big fact. And whether y'all want to believe it or not, I'm going to tell y'all something. We're going to get into a lot of like really Masonic teachers and things like that as well, y'all. I ain't going to lie. It's going to get deep over there, because whether y'all believe it or not, a lot of these people that's a part of these cults, they really do believe in what you would call energy harvesting, but what we call destiny swapping, okay? Or energy transformation. So some of these people actually believe in unaliving you so that their lives will be longer, okay? And so they really will unalive you for an exchange of your energy, to have your strength and your vitality, your beauty, so on and so forth, as well as your time that you have here. Whatever time that you have here, this is what a destiny swap truly is. And in the way that destiny swaps happen, I did a lecture on destiny swapping a long time ago, which I'm going to retouch on the platform as well, okay? Adrian, thanks for the sign up, for the subscription, Adrian. But destiny swapping, y'all, it's done in very simple ways. Little things. You wouldn't believe the things that people could actually give you in order to do a destiny swap with you. You see what I'm saying? Simple things that you would miss every day, but they're real. And so we're going to have to dive into that information on that. And like I say, there's going to be a safe space for us to really dive, where we ain't got to worry about YouTube trying to cut us off, Facebook trying to cut us off, or none of that. We're going to be able to dive into these type of things over here without, having any strikes and or violations for this, okay? Leonard, LaRonda say they are definitely exposing themselves just by me being silent and not letting them provoke me into crashing out. That's big facts. And you take your power back in that way, because when you got a group of people that's running around lying on you, trying to make other people perceive you to be a certain way, you're going to frustrate them by being silent. They're going to try to do everything that they can to make other people believe you crazy and everything, because you're being quiet, and they know that they're under judgment right now. They know that they got so many eyes on you. Why do you think your enemy running around trying to figure out how it is that they can get information on you? You think they doing that for no reason? They digging dirt to see how it is that they can prove a point. They running around calling everybody crazy. So some of these people telling everybody you crazy. So some of these people they done got to the point of where they done ran to practitioners to get this done, because they want to prove this point. Have you ever heard of a liar that lies so much they start to believe their own lies? A pathological liar. A pathological liar, okay? Somebody, look, y'all, my stuff is here. But this is what you call a pathological liar, okay? Mahat Tuhati say wants to destiny swap all the drinking, smoking, horse telling, and killing onto a clean person. No way, dude. That's big facts. And see, that's why they want to destiny swap with you, because they have so much karmic retribution that they have to pay back. Okay? And they don't want that, so they want to transfer that retribution to you. I'm going to tell y'all what's so funny. I was just watching the video with Speed. He went to somebody that was a master Reiki healer, okay? And she was most definitely trying to swindle him into his destiny. She was trying to get him to accept a deity. I had somebody do that to me, y'all. Accept a deity or accept something without their knowledge and or consent of doing it. So, you know, in order for something to attach to you or order for something that to happen, you have to give somebody your consent to do it. And she wanted to make him feel comfortable enough that he would give her his consent to do it. She wanted what was his. And she was, if she was a part of a cult, she was gonna spread that energy all around her cult by way of like, you know, whatever they do, via like sex, whatever, you know. That's how she was gonna spread that around. And if you did subscribe and I forgot your name, I do apologize. But all of this is great information to know. You need to know about sex magic. Sex magic is important. You need to know the good benefits of sex magic, and you need to know the bad benefits of sex magic because it's a polarity, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about that. Unique Goddess, all about a $33. Okay, go ahead, Unique Goddess. If that's what you got to do, get in tune. Somebody say, I believe you, yeah, because some people will be something to your life to cipher from you by way of sex magic, to give you something like a demonic identity by way of sex magic. You see what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, they could be coming in and you don't even know it. Okay? So you need to know, Casper Smith, welcome. You need to know about this. You need that's something else you need to know about. We're gonna break down the chakra system over there. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I teach about this chakra system, this ain't gonna be no shit you ever heard from nobody. I can promise you that. I'm gonna show you how these chakra systems open, when they open, how to balance them out, what they can. I'm finna really get into these chakra systems too. How they connect you to different planes and levels. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, you know, this is why you actually ascend throughout your chakras. A lot of people don't understand that. As your frequency begins to rise, the Kundalini energy begins to rise from your root chakra all the way up into your crown chakra. Once that starts to happen, this is when you get that connection because you are all in alignment. This is when you start to receive those downloads that you want to receive from the Most High. You're going to literally start to hear spirit speak to you. You're going to start to get gifts, so on and so forth. Okay? Like, so, I mean, we're gonna really talk about all of these things, the tall tale signs of you going through a Kundalini awakening, things like that. Okay? We're going to talk about, you know, like a lot. Somebody say, Elevated Man Hiller say, 2 days ago, a deity looking like a man tried to marry me in the spirit. I rebuked it quick and left. That's big facts. You did the right thing. Unique Goddess Anointed say, once you hit the 022 birthright, you are both all the time. And expressing Empress and Emperor. Somebody say if the shag ass Mahat Tuhati say if the seg ass is good, you don't need the no magic. The sex good. No, but see, it don't have nothing to do. See, that's why I mean you have to be educated, Mahat, on what sex magic. It's not. See, I just told you some people use. Look at this. I just told you some people use sex magic to cipher your energy. Okay, they will cipher your energy via sex magic. Okay. Other people use it to manifest houses, money, business, so on and so forth. That's why I say it's called duality. You see what I'm saying? Two consenting individuals that know the power of what that can bring. You know how powerful orgasm is, and you know this is when we get into like tantric sex and things like that. They can manifest together via that. Okay, so like I say, that's something to really jump into. Okay. So it ain't about that. It's just about, you know, manifestation purposes. So what do you say? My ancestors be waking me up even when I'm astral projection. Yeah, because they're trying to protect you from a potential attack while you sleep. Okay. But with that being said, like I said, man, if you haven't already, man, and you interested in that, man, we will be going back over that Tuesday. I was going to do an upload tonight, but I guess a lot of people weren't used to me going over there. Okay, so with that being said, if you did subscribe tonight, and if you are subscribed and you subscribed already, make sure you're looking for them emails because I will be either uploading videos over there every Tuesday around the hours of 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., as well as every Thursday Now, when we're doing live videos, I say it's going to be in order in which we do things. We're going to start it off with a slight 10-minute meditation right before we get into the message. And whatever else it is we do, if we have any other announcements or whatever the case may be, we'll start it out. But like I say, this is a work in progress, y'all. So this is something that we're doing together and we're going to grow together. But it's a lot going on. Unique goddess anointed say they must think they above spiritual law. I'm glad God had put us in position because she say, it's so many with gifts just being evil. That's big facts. God stripped them, please. Yeah, you ain't never lied about that. It's a lot of people out here with gifts that just, look, I don't know what the fuck going on with them. And it's like they ain't even doing nothing to try to prosper in life with their gifts, y'all. They're not doing anything. It's just they want to be evil with it. They doing it to hold you back, keep you down, or whatever the case may be. And I will say this, man. Some of these people, this their job. Some of these practitioners, it's their job to attack you. So, I mean, in that sense, we can't hold no hard feelings, even though we can, because they shouldn't be doing it anyway, right? But at the same time, it's still their job to do it. They get paid to do it. This is how they pay their bills, they feed their family, so on and so forth. And whether you want to believe it or not, based on their ideology, thought process, and beliefs, they don't believe that they're doing anything wrong. They don't believe they're doing anything wrong. Somebody say, how do you know in a dream state if someone is astral projected to you? They often going to be asking you questions, specifically if it's somebody that you know. They'll be trying to feed you. Sometimes they might even try to lay down with you. It's a lot of things that you'll know. Now, sometimes that could be the warning that comes before the destruction. Your spiritual team will try to let you know who it is attacking you in your dream by giving you visions via your dreams, okay? Shantae Brown say, why you had to look directly at me just then? Who you talking about? Me, Shantae? You saying I looked directly at you? What do you mean by that? I just look. That must hit home. What I said. That must have hit home. Thank you, LaRonda. LaRonda say she'll subscribe. Thank you for the subscription, LaRonda. I see you. We over there on Tuesday. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 p.m. Casper still say I've been listening to you for the last week or so, and I'm really kind of trying to figure out what's going on, but I really need to talk to you, have a reading, maybe a consultation. We definitely need, yeah. Most definitely, Casper, go over there and book. Go over to the website. The link is down in the description box. Go down to the description box, book a reading. I do advise you to get the 125 if you want to get full result. If you want to know exactly what's going on in your life, go down there and book the full consultation. I mean, not consultation, but the full reading, which is the 125. Now, if you want to get to on the surface level, go do the 10-card pull. Okay. And Practical Aura say, let's stay strong together in the Most High God frequency so they can't break us. Together we are stronger forces alone. We are easily targeted. That's big fact. And that's what I say. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, and this is just the truth of the matter. When we talking about a lot of these people that's attacking us, they are a part of Occult. Some of these people are Masons, and I'm not saying that every Mason is bad. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm saying that we have to understand that the Masons are an organization. And with this, inside of that organizations, you have little cliques and groups. And some of these are demonic entities because they don't care who it is that you worship. They allow your ass in there, okay? And that means that they have connections. So you could travel from town to town to town, and they're going to be there to meet and greet your ass because they have a system set up for you. We need that in our community. We need to have a system, and this is what this is all about, y'all, setting up a system where it's to when you begin to travel somewhere, if you in a town, state, you can alert somebody that you in that state, you in that town, and if they're in the community, they can tell you where you need to go, where you don't need to go. They might could come out, kick it with you, have a few drinks, usher you to where you need to go to make sure you safe, so on and so forth. You know, so you can link, have fun, so on. You see, it's bigger than just you coming over here and getting some information, y'all. This is about building a strong foundation and a family. And if you want to be a part of the roots, make sure that you go over there and become a part of the roots. Believe me when I say it's going to be times where I'm going to pull you up on the board and I'm going to allow you to say what it is that you've been through, to teach what it is that you've learned, because we're growing over here. We building over here. That's what this community is about. Okay? Bragging ass say together, they can't beat us all. That's big facts. Casper Smith said, I've been watching you, and I will want to read it. Go over there and get one, Casper. What you waiting on? You selling yourself short. Then, see, the thing is, a lot of people get the readings and they don't know what it is that they want to do after they get the reading. Get the bath. Common sense, that's the first thing that you need to get is the bath. Get you protection. I'm going to break down. When I break these things down to you on the website, why it is you need these things, you're going to appreciate it more. You're going to appreciate it more. Heavy hitters going to tell you the same thing. Say, now I understand the concept of head hunting in HHR. Okay. Yeah, that's big facts. Unique goddess anointed to say at this point in age, show me a righteous one. Ain't too many. I ain't gonna need to lie to you. Say much love, family, all the way from New Zealand. Shout out to John Franklin from New Zealand. Hey man, John Franklin, you can be a part of this family as well. We don't care where you from. You know, the community is open to everybody. Unique goddess anointed. Say in them damn groups, the chosen righteous God bodies, pure need and alliance. That's big facts. We do, man. Like, people don't really understand that, man. Like, and that's what this is all about. And a lot of y'all are being placed in position, especially for those of y'all who are coming over to the class, getting the information that you need. You're getting information that's necessary in order for you to branch off and do your own thing so that you can guide other people. See, here's the thing. My message resonates with you, but your message may resonate with some other people that my message may not be able to resonate with, okay? And this is why Spirit is saying, I'm calling you to be on the forefront, to be my messenger, to learn the information, right? So that you will be able to guide. I'm going to keep it real. Like, y'all have to understand, like, all the time that you're getting attacked is not because somebody don't like you. That's Spirit calling you. Some of y'all can be being called to a position of shamanism and you're being attacked because of that. And until you answer the call, your ass going to continuously be attacked. Your ancestors constantly calling you to something. Until you're answering that call, you could be a chosen one. Generational curse breaker. Until you answer the call, your life is going to fall apart. You could be with somebody that they don't want you to be with. And they've been telling your ass to move around because this person been snaking you forever. Okay, so guess what? We have to step in. We have to step in and move you around because right now you're on the verge of losing your life. So I'm finna shake shit up because I got this beautiful motherfucker sitting right here on the other side of the country waiting on your ass to come over so y'all can manifest abundance and have some good fucking sex. That's just period. So y'all can live a happy ass life, but you stuck in the house worried, afraid, and like this is what it is. We gotta connect. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Watching from Kuwait, Zahara Ahmad. Shout out to Zahara Ahmad from Kuwait. Okay? Shout out to Kuwait. All of y'all are welcome. Are you from the Azaros, bragging ass or something? I apologize. But in practical aura say, let's unite in spirit. Yes, meditation is most definitely a way to unite in spirit. We get over there and start meditating together, y'all, it's going to hit different. Say at bragging ass, dog. Okay. Cast myself, I would love it if you pulled me up so I could tell you my story and let you know what's going on. That's big facts. Get over there and subscribe then, Casper, so I can pull you up. Or even if you ain't subscribed, I could pull you over there anyway. So just to have you on there. But I will be doing some other things on my Facebook page as well, too, as far as that go. Say the reading you did 2 days ago resonated well with me. Thank you, Aura Burnside. Mahat Tuhati says it's all about creating strong community. We make a place we can stick together and build. That's big facts. Making a place where we can stick together and build. I am the container of the boy with the big eyes. I am the get over the bragging ass. Shout out to Loyal Stars from Detroit. Casper Smith say it's not that procrastinating. It's just that I don't have the funds right now, sir. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else, man. I was just telling a buddy of mine as we was talking, I was telling them how, once you step into this lane and you start to accept that call, and you're gonna start to learn that you don't chase money to begin with. You call it because money is a frequency to begin with. Okay? Money is a frequency. That's why it's called currency. Okay? You have to learn how to vibrate at that frequency, because when we get into the universal law of vibration, it tells us that we have to vibrate at the frequency of that in which we want to manifest. Meaning, if you want a home, you have to vibrate at the frequency of that home. If you want money, if you want to manifest money, you have to know how to not only vibrate at that frequency, but be able to call that frequency in. So I will say this, and I'm not saying this to try to coerce nobody along the way, but a part of what it is that I'm going to be showing you over here is going to show you how it is that you call this money in. So when we get to that point, if you stick around long enough, that $33 will turn into $3,300 every month. That's tenfold, okay? And I can guarantee you, you have to learn frequencies, colors, things like that, so you can understand how it is that you call these things in for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Once you learn these things, you should never be without a job. You should never be financially destroyed. It's people who have been called to certain ways, and then spirit takes care of them. As long as they're doing, like me, I'm using my gifts to help the collective. And in doing so, spirit is ensuring that I'm financially stable enough to do what it is that I need to do. The same thing is going to happen to you, but you need to first realize who it is that you are. Yeah. If your ass still walking around here like a fucking zombie, don't know which direction you turning into, you will never ever get to that level. If you ain't willing to step outside the box and think different, you will never get to that level. You're going to get that back. Don't worry about your finances. That's the first mistake you make it anyway. Okay? You stressing about something. We most definitely going to raise the frequency, bragging ass. Say yes. I answer and standing and allowing divine timing. This is what okay. Let's raise the frequency. I can't relate. I can relate, Casper. Come through, Holy Spirit. That's big facts, Lonnie Brooks. Loyal Stars say, whoop. Thank you, love your channel. Thank you, Loyal Stars. I resonate with it always on point. Thank you, Loyal Stars. And Practical Aurora say, money equal currency, vibration equal frequency. That's big facts. You feel me? So you got to learn how to tap into that. A lot of y'all running around here don't know how the fuck to make it. You struggling. You ain't supposed to be struggling. Do you know who it is that you are to the Most High? If your ass think that the Most High God put your ass down here to work, struggle every fucking day, not to be able to connect with your family, enjoy life, and experience, you the dumbest motherfucker that Jesus died for. And I'm just going to put it out there like that. That's period. You got to be the dumbest. Look, bro, you are a divine being, whether you want to admit to it or not. Because when we get into Psalms 82, it tells us that God judges amongst the gods. This is why I say stronger is he that is in me than he that is of the world. Because you have the divine essence within you. What is in you is holy. And that's what this vessel is holding, okay? That's period. And you are made in the likeness and the image of your creator. You ain't got to do nothing. You speak things into existence. That's why when we get in the biblical context, it tells us, so a man think, or so a man with the tongue, the tongue hold life and death. Your thought is the beginning of a manifestation. That's why I said, so a man thinketh, so he shall become. But do you know how to tap into that? Do you know how to tap into that? And the same concept that I'm showing you and going to show you in this class, and everything that I'm going to break down to you, is everything that's being used on you every day when you look at a television. Chakra magic, things like that. We breaking these things down and only making you aware of it, because the more you become aware of it, the harder it is for the enemy to use these tactics against you, because you're more aware of it. You feel me? Thanks, Loyal Stars. That's most definitely God energy. So how is it a spirit able to get in someone who is a believer? Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When it comes to like believing, you can say you believe all you want, and that's the misconcept people get. They think that because they running around here worshiping, saying that they believe, that no, you have to have a real connection. Because even when you call in, a lot of people, and I'm gonna keep it real, a lot of ministers will not tell you this. All you have to do is pick up a book and read it your motherfucking self. Okay, so like I say, on my website, when I teach, we get into etymology. Okay, we get into like, you know, root words and things like that. Okay, but whenever you call on any spirit, even the name of Jesus, okay, and we know that Jesus was a spirit because Jesus actually transitioned. They tell us in the Bible that he transitioned and on the third day he rose, okay, and then his spirit came back to visit some of the disciples as well. So we know that he was a spirit, right? And you have to understand, anytime you call on anyone, that is called an invocation. So you're calling on the name of Jesus. You're invoking Jesus by way of calling his name. In Jesus' name I pray. In the mighty name of Jesus, I bind and rebuke you, so on and so forth. Okay? And so you're calling him in to assist you, to help protect you in some way, form, or fashion. But see, there's only one problem when it comes to this situation. You have no personal relationship with Jesus outside of the fact that you believe in him. Okay? You don't pray to Jesus. You don't know what Jesus stand on. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have no direct connection to Jesus outside of the fact that you believe in what it is that you've been told inside of the church. So this is what makes it easy for an enemy to come along and then attack you, because you really have no faith. You see what I'm saying? You're not really a believer like that, like the way you think you are. Okay? And if you are a believer, then guess what they'll do? They'll break you down. They will attack you to the point of where you're not getting sleep. You will find your damn dog barking 3-4 hours a night in the morning because they don't want you to go to sleep. They will try to take you out of that period of devotion that you're in, or that cycle or daily routine that you do on a day-to-day basis, to try to be able to creep their way in and to be able to bring your vibrational frequency down low enough to attach whatever it is that they're trying to attach to you. Okay? These are the ways that they actually get in. Okay? Somebody say it's hard, sir, because I don't know how to really channel or notice or kitchen. This is all new to me. Just found out I'm a light, and I'm gonna tell you, that's even more reason for you to get over there and subscribe to the channel. That's even more of a reason for you. Somebody say I understand, but it's all new. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for your wisdom, knowledge, truth, and clarity. I'm very grateful and appreciative of your time, energy, and purpose. Kyla, Toronto. Shout out to Toronto from Kyla. Get over there to the classes. Bragging ass OG, do you believe Jesus was an avatar? Invincible? First of all, ain't no proof that Jesus ever existed. And I'm going to keep that real with y'all, you know. But in general, I believe that Jesus was no different from me and you. He even told you that you would do greater things than he did. Okay? But see, they had to water you down and take your power from you. They had to make you forget who it is that you are and how connected you are to not only the environment around you, but to the elements as well, you know, to make you seem like you couldn't be Jesus because Jesus has more authority than you. But Jesus came along and said, hey, you shall do greater works than me. You shall do greater works than me. So yes, I've healed people. I've healed the blind. You see what I'm saying? But you'll do greater works than that. I've walked on water, but you'll do greater works than that. So I feel like you're no different from Jesus. Jesus was a God in human form. And because he was a God in human form, he died like every God in human form will die, like a man, which is what Psalms tells us. You are all gods, but you shall die like a man. And that's what happened to him. What makes him a God? Because he has the spirit of the Most High within him. You are not your flesh, but the energy that resides within it. Okay? That's big facts. Say only you. Imperial Aura, Argentina say only with true, real love, devotion, we can call a real Jesus. Yeah. And I just did a lecture on Jesus and how it is. See, Jesus is not his name for real, to be honest with you. Jesus is more so a title that was given to him upon the cross for the sacrifice that he was made. And this is based on, or the sacrifice that he gave. And this is based on biblical context. And I broke this down on the lecture that I did on my website. But we're going to get into a lot of that over there as well. Say the problem is every Mason can dress and mask themselves as Jesus when you call him. And that's the problem. I'm going to tell you something else as well. We have to understand that, and I know a lot of people ain't going to like this. When we get into the name Jesus, it goes back into Greek mysticism and Greek mythology. Let's just say it like that, because we know the name has its roots in Greek mythology, okay? It also has its roots in Hebrew as well, but more so in Greek mythology, and it has a strong connection to the story of Asclepius, which was half God, half man, because he basically, his mother was a mortal female that had sex with a god, okay? And they gave birth to a baby by the name of Asclepius. And Asclepius was the grandson to Zeus, who was the god of all gods, the most high God, okay? And now this gets deep, y'all, okay? He was the god of all gods, the most high God, and he basically I think if I'm not mistaken, his I can't think of his father's name, who was the god that she had sex with. That's a long story, y'all, but he killed his mother because she was cheating on him with a mortal, kept the baby, sent them to school to basically learn how to heal with the god of healing. And then after that, he went around healing everybody, okay? To the point of where even everybody in the underworld, y'all, was complaining about how Asclepius was healing people because nobody was dying. Nobody was going to the underworld. So what do they tell you about Jesus? They tell you that Jesus was a healer, okay? Jesus went around healing, and Jesus was what? He was born of a miraculous birth. One where the father was basically a god, they tell you. In so many speak, God gave birth to him, because who else gave birth to him if she didn't lay down? And we know that nature tells us in order for anything to come inside of this universe, you have to lay down with somebody. It has to come through the womb of a woman. That's how nature happens. I mean, in the animal kingdom, don't they lay down with each other? And, a spider got to lay down with a male spider to have a baby. Even an ant got to lay down with a male ant to have a baby, because that's the order in which everything was set. But, that story matches what they tell you about Jesus, okay? And not only that, he went on to raise somebody from the dead, which is when he was murdered, because he pissed Zeus off, because it went against everything that was set into place when it comes to the order out of chaos that they operate under, okay? So that's big facts. And it gets deeper than that. I can go on. This is what I do, y'all. This is what I do. Like, I talk about Greek mythology, African mythology. Like, this is what I get into. I could do this all night. Believe me when I say that. If you in here, do me a favor, pound that like button up. I can most definitely do this all night. This is what I do, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I teach. Somebody say, well, they want to act like the ones controlling the puppets. Are you a good Mason? Am I a Mason? Hell no. Hell no. Boy, I done got my ass whooped by the Mason. But I ain't gonna lie. That's why I say the only reason why I will not down all the Masons is because throughout my spiritual warfare, I've had Masons help me, y'all. I ain't gonna need a lot of y'all. They've helped me get out of situations where I would have possibly died, to be honest with y'all, okay? But I do come from a family of Masons. That's on both sides. And I've been attacked by both of their motherfucking ass. Believe me. Okay? Somebody say, am I a Mason? No. Somebody say, I got out before I got hurt. Are you a Mason? Somebody say they're a Mason. Yeah. Some are great people, man. To be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. Some of them, they'll let you know when some shit going down. Like, man, look, man, you feel me? Somebody say, I believe you, but it's like, my God. Yeah. Nah, I'm telling you, bro, some of them are good. Somebody say that's correct, as the letter J did not become a part of the vernacular until the 16th century. Yahshua was the original monkey. Yeah, that's big facts. See, that doesn't make it any better. Daxit does it. Now I feel bad. What are you talking about, unique goddess? What you mean? Like what? The fact that don't feel bad for me? I don't want you feeling bad for me. I don't need it. That's what I told y'all. This is all about empowerment, man. We ain't got no time to be feeling sorry for ourselves. We done did that enough throughout the period of times that we were isolated. We don't have time for that no more, y'all. It's time for us to take our power back. I also got a program that I'm going to be doing over there that's going to be called the Take Your Power Back program, okay? And it's going to be the dopest program ever, y'all. I'm talking about really literally like pushing this purpose, y'all, putting eyes on this. I have a platform outside of this. A lot of y'all do follow me on other platforms to where I really just want to push this agenda. Like, for those of you who are being gang stalked, it's time to shed light to this. Like, we could sit behind our pretty little desk in our little office all motherfucking day, pulling cards, but what are we doing to heal the collective? What are we doing to get this information out there and bring more awareness to this on a day-to-day basis? What are we doing to educate the collective so that, they can educate other people around them and we could dilute this shit moving forward? What are we doing to harmonize amongst one another to unite and, create some type of like security for one another? This is what this is all about, y'all. This is what this is all about. And I'm going to tell you, you ain't got to subscribe if you know you ain't going to be there. If you know you ain't going to swing back and catch a video or you ain't going to be doing, why are you subscribing? Why are you buying things in a bath and you ain't using a bath? You that afraid to cleanse your goddamn self? Say nah, we doing baby work. We doing baby work. Scared and lost, confused, and these people don't want to wake up. My God, I call Jesus my brother. That's big facts. Mahat say ditto. Eat healthy. Most definitely want to eat healthy. Oh yeah, they most definitely use the Bible scripture. And see, you want to know why Jeanette, Nicole, see, this is all the information I'm going to give y'all, and this is everything that you need to know. She said they used the Bible scripture and crosses to do it. Why? Because you look at the cross based on what it is that you've been told as a religious emblem, but it's not a religious emblem, okay? The cross actually goes back way, way, way further than Christianity, all right? It goes back way beyond that. And it's actually a symbolism of the crossroads, okay? And I break this down to people all the time. See, when you have a cross in your hand and you're holding that, it's not giving homage to Jesus Christ and asking Jesus Christ for protection. It's actually symbolism of the crossroads and the four deities that govern over those crossroads, okay? In every religion, way, walk, or life, okay? And so that symbolism can be, if you're paying homage to it, a symbolism or a amulet that can be used to protect you, okay? The churches know it, but they're not telling you that because they want to keep you from that information. And the whole time you go to the church, they giving your ass a cross. They giving you a because if it's somebody that has authority behind that, then they can make that they can anoint it to the point of where it will do its job, okay? Now, that goes back to Jesus. A lot of people don't realize that Jesus was sacrificed on the cross for a reason, because the cross in itself is a representation and or symbolism of the crossroads. So when Jesus was actually being sacrificed, believe me when I say Jesus did not want to get sacrificed. How do we know this? Because he asked God, he said, Lord, why have you forsaken me? And so when you look into the meaning of the word forsaken, it means, why have you walked away from me? Why have you left me? Now ask yourself, does that sound like somebody who came to be offered up? Or does that sound like somebody who was taken out and offered up to four deities? Okay, that was a human sacrifice. And you overlook it. See, here's the thing. You overlook that because they gave it to you in the Bible and said, oh, it was a sacrifice. He came down here and did it for God. But does that take away from the fact that God asked you to sacrifice a human, to make a blood sacrifice? You think God need that? Like, and look, this me getting a little too deep, y'all. He was sacrificed on the crossroads to the deities at the crossroads, and he was supposed to be an ultimate sacrifice. Why? Because just like you, Chosen, because he was gifted. He was very connected to the Most High. He understood. He was awakening, and he was starting to awaken others. So that was a big-ass atonement to the demonic motherfuckers that sacrificed him that was already practicing witchcraft to begin with, because there's nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new under the sun. Okay? Somebody said they just text me on Facebook, Days of TV. Want to get over it? Send me an email at info, I-N-F-O, at IamAwakened.org, or you can go over to my website, and the link will be in the description box. The link will take you over to the website, and you can go down, find the website, and you can email me via that website, okay? But yeah, y'all, this is the point that I'm making. Somebody said, 51 years. Mahat say she's 51 years old. Jeanette Nicole say, I need to know how to get a curse off of her. Well, what you need to do, first of all, is email me. Book a consultation. Do one of those, and then we can talk. Jeanette. Loyal stars. It could be something as simple as you getting a bath. Say, this man's was he in practice aura say, this man know what he is talking about. He is a real teacher. He studied, he's read, he did research, and he is a spiritual master teacher. Let him know in practical aura. What'd you say, parthogenesis? She say, so is it like deep? And I believe it's God theorized the way parthogenesis work is too deep. LaRonda say, wow, makes a lot of sense. I'm grateful I caught this live. That's big facts. Be more grateful. Are you over there at the you already done signed out? Get over there and get to the website. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so much valuable information over there. It's gonna be dope, but we ain't gonna just be doing this as well. I'm working on getting the screen where I can do like my keynote lectures, okay? So I can actually like get y'all in on these keynotes so I can touch. Because I got a lot of keynote lectures based on like ancestral veneration. Because ancestral veneration is a deep part of your spiritual journey. It's a deep part of you connecting to spirit, and it's gonna play a deep role in the aid and assistance. Okay, and I can guarantee you, if you're venerating your ancestors in the right way, a lot of y'all venerate them on a day-to-day basis and you don't even know it. But if you're venerating them in the right way, you're gonna start to see them move. Okay, a lot of you grew up venerating them and didn't know. Every time you poured out liquor to the dead homies, you was venerating. Okay, that's called a libation. Okay, every time you went to a graveyard and did a slight memorial or something, that was a libation. Okay, it's certain things that you do naturally that you don't understand why it is that you're doing it, but it's spiritually led. Okay, so you most definitely want to the ancestral veneration, but it's more than knowing how to venerate them. It's knowing how these key elements connect you to them personally. Because see, one thing I want y'all to realize is that you are the ancestors. They live within you, okay? You carry their DNA. Your blood is the ancestors, okay? So it get a little deeper, but this they gonna be your first line of defense and everything else. Okay? Somebody say grateful for you. Thank you, LOL. Thank you, KMSAA8. My say cross death, life equals life. Unique goddess anointed. Him almost being hurt by a Mason makes me feel bad because he say it's good Masons. They say he almost got hurt. Yeah, it is though. I can't make that up because I'm telling you, man, what I know. I just told you one thing y'all have to know about any group of any organization. I don't care if they Eastern Stars, Masons, or anything. It's a dual. It's made up of duality, or it's just very diverse. How do we know this? Because the majority of these organizations, like the Masons, they make it very clear. They don't care what it is that you worship as long as you believe in something. So we know that there is a division inside of these organizations to begin with, because there's multiple people inside of this organization that have multiple different belief systems, okay? Now, by the time that's over with, they may all believe in the same thing, But I'm just saying, some of these people don't believe in what it is that's going on. Even though they know the agenda, they try their hardest to warn you and to keep you out of harm's way. They'll put their life on the line. It's up to you to be able to recognize what's going on or not, though, okay? That's big facts. So, yeah, I ain't going to dog them out. And believe me when I say, if you've been following me for any of my other platforms, I done went hard on them. I done went hard on them, heavy on them. Unique gotta say, Jeanette, yes, food and TV and our own frequencies against us is mad control. That's big fact. Twin Numo say, peace, Noble. Appreciate you. Stay focused. I'm trying to see if I should study this non-citizen national sovereign movement because the United States corporation don't like me studying and express. I had somebody come to me a couple years ago and wanted me to pursue that, man. And I really did think about pursuing it. It was the right thing. But as I looked into it a little bit more, man, it could be a fucked up situation if it comes to you being deported and or denounced from this, you know, because you going over here and you don't know nothing about what's happening over there. You feel me? Love and light to you too, Kim S88. Say most men digging their graves with a spoon. 1156. KMS. LaRonda niggas to say after this amazing live is over, I'm going to head over to the website and dive deep into the information you provide. I'll be in touch. LaRonda, I just put a video up. We were supposed to go live right now, but I decided to come over here and let people know that you need to be checking your notifications from now on. From every Tuesday and every Thursday from the hours of 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. we're going to be over there. You can expect a video to be uploaded, or you can be expecting a live video, okay? So you want to be looking for the notifications that's going to come into your video. It is one video that's posted over there right now, but it's basically like a welcoming video, okay? Yeah, that's big facts. She say they most definitely crucial. But knowing what offerings to give them is even more crucial, okay? That's big facts. So, you know, you can't be in this spiritual world and not know the bare minimum behind why it is you should be doing what you're doing. And if you just in here, do me a favor, hit the like button, okay? No problem, KMSS. Practical World say there's no difference between Mason structure and Vatican structure, or Vatican, yeah. And you know what? No, you know why? Because they're a branch of the Knights Templar. That's why. Empress Aura. They're a branch of the Knights Templar. The Masons are a branch of the Knights Templar. This is why they have connection to the technology that they have, because they're a branch of the Knights Templar. And if you know anything about the Knights Templar, you know that the Knights Templar were the keeper of ancient relics, okay? Which means they have the Holy Grail, which is the cup that Jesus, the last cup that he drank out of at the Last Supper. They had the thorns that was on his head. They supposed to have the knife that he was hit with upon his execution. All of these things because they understand energy signature. They know how powerful it is. If they do have these things, and I say this loosely, okay? And because I say that because we don't know if Jesus even existed to begin with because they have no proof of him. But historians will tell you that they have found ancient relics belonging to Jesus. And a lot of people will say, well, why? Why is this so important? Why would they want ancient relics belonging to Jesus? Because they understand something that you don't understand being a regular civilian out here. And this is why you getting your ass whooped, collective. They understand energy signatures. They know everything has an energy signature to it. You could transition and you will leave that energy behind. Therefore, if I have a shirt of yours, if I have anything that belongs to you after you transition, and I take that over to my altar and I try to connect to you via that energy that was left behind, I can 9 times out of 10 be successful. That's why they're keeping these ancient relics so that they can tap into that God-like energy that they had, and so that the universe will see them by way of that energy. These people, man, are sorcerers for real. They sorcerers for real. But see, you don't know that. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button up if you ain't here. Okay? Say there are good people in the worst places and horrible people in the best places, like yin and yang. The law of opposite, like male and female and above, so above, as above, so below. That's big facts. As within, so without. See, I can't stand them either, Argentina. Say cold child, the Vatican don't get us started. Yeah, that's big facts. We're going to be digging into a lot of this on the website as well, y'all. Believe me, I got a lot of people that follow me on YouTube, and I teach a lot of this, okay? We're going to be going back into ancient history, y'all. We're going to get really into it. Okay? We're going to talk about everything because you have to really be awakened from the slumber to begin with. But yeah. Okay? 111. Okay? Yeah, y'all. So with that being said, like I say, man, get over to the website, man. Get over to the website. I'm going to be dropping a lot of lives. I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos. And I'm telling y'all the information is going to be, I ain't going to lie, I'm the type of person I like to give a lot of my information live. So 9 times out of 10, we will be doing it like we're doing it now over there. Okay? And when I can't get over there with y'all and create that vibe amongst y'all, I will be like replacing that with a video because the goal is to ultimately link. Like we can do this all day, but we want to link. We want to get around each other. Okay. And I am working on trying to put like a little team together or something like that. Can aid and assist with that? Like to get us around like comfortable environments that we can let our hair down, y'all. We deserve it. The chosen ones, we deserve it. We deserve it. All right. So I did want to just come over here and give y'all a quick update pertaining to what it is that you can expect in the next upcoming month in terms of like uploads, letting y'all know that y'all need to get over there. It's other tiers that you can subscribe to if you're not interested in the information. If you know that you're going to get a read and if you know that you're going to be purchasing off of the site, you can also go over there and subscribe to the lesser tiers, which will give you access to me once a month where you can talk to me pertaining to an issue that you have going on. And if you do need to get spiritual baths and other things to assist you along your journey off of the website, it will enable you to be able to get a discount as well. So go over there and take care of those little perks that you can, even if you're not someone that's interested in the exclusive content. But if you want the exclusive content, I'm telling you, this is a win-win all the way around. Make sure you get over there. Make sure you sign up. Okay? Make sure you sign up. And with that being said, y'all, I got some things I got to take care of, man. And I just want to leave you guys as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, y'all, peace, love, light, and abundance to you all, man. Ashe, ashe, ashe.